Welcome to whatever this is. I'm gonna invent some name that's like a pun on like EP or whatever because EPs are shorter. Uh, Basically, Emery and Nathan just kind of couldn't be here today. We don't really know why. Well, we do know why Emery's not here. He was sleeping, but we don't know why Nathan's not here. So the three of us,
Probably also
yeah,
sleeping.
probably
So
also
Quite
sleeping,
possible.
knowing Nathan. So the three of us, Roscoe, Marco, and Elijah, are here just to
Yeah.
sort of chat about stuff.
stuffs and stuffs.
Are we
Stuff.
talking about the album?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last episode we announced that we were going to talk about the album Cat, and I had prepared a nice little document with some info about it, but it just kind of times are rough.
Oh man.
They're yeah, we were a little bit scrunched, a little bit rushed today. I came back from work. I had an hour to prepare all this stuff, so it was a bit rough. But you know what? We'll have it in for next week. So you're getting a
Mm.
special. I wouldn't call
Uh,
this special actually.
Roscoe, Marco, and Elijah special.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
yeah.
It's the EP. Album Club EP. I'll figure out a name, whatever.
It's
It'll
REM.
be it'll
Ugh.
it'll be on the screen or whatever. If I'm like not lazy enough, or if I'm
Alright.
not
If you're
lazy enough to make the art for it.
Is this all like we're all putting? Are we putting all of that onto like the actual podcast?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is
We don't
great.
have to care about this one.
You guys are
It's
definitely
just
a
nonsense.
conversation.
What?
What?
Okay. Good joke.
Excuse me.
Jinx.
Haha.
So guys, today our topic is friendships.
I don't have
Oh.
any.
No. Okay.
Yeah, me
okay.
neither. We don't like each other around here.
Yeah, we're not friends. We're strictly
No.
coworkers.
Yeah.
Co-workers. Okay.
Yeah, this is our job now.
High school co-workers.
Not
Technically,
anymore, lol.
we haven't earned money with each other, so like
Yeah.
technically,
Actually,
that's true.
we've invested at least $10 into this project and no returns so far. I had to buy the license for the intro theme.
So sponsors, if you'd like to sponsor us,
If anyone wants
we
to
would not
sponsor
turn
this
down
podcast,
your money. And
We-
we,
we-
would gladly give you all our attention and
We will take
dedicate
any-
our entire
any-
podcast to you.
we will
In
take any
fact.
money we can, any sponsorships possible. We don't care about quality at this point.
speaking about Thundercat, why have both the albums we've been doing involved cats?
Hey,
who
that's our
picked them?
bit now.
Did you pick
That's our
them?
bit. I picked the second one, but I
Oh.
knew about this album like before I knew about Thundercat, so
Okay, so we call ourselves the Cats.
we are the cats.
We are the Jazz Cats, as
Yeah.
you know, our teacher
Funny
says.
note, the titular trombonist of that album actually has a group. It's Hiroshi Suzuki and his Happy Cats.
And his Happy Cats, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I saw
Figure-
that.
It's not that group, but it's a group he has. So, or maybe it is that group actually. I didn't like cross check them. Could be all the same people
I
for
think it
all I
might
know,
have
but I don't think it is, but I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
doing research was actually really hard for that guy because he's like he's literally the least prolific out of all of the musicians on that album.
There's no Wikipedia page for him.
Yeah, I was gonna make one, and that's when I found out I was blocked from Wikipedia.
Oh, why
Yeah.
are you blocked from Wikipedia?
Because when we got our new internet, the old like my IP address for my router, I think it
Oh,
used to be a
right.
part of like a data farm or something, and it was blocked on that. And I sent an appeal request, and they were like, I was like, hey, I'm not actually this. Like I got like when you banned this address was like before I got it. Can I be unbanned? And they're like, no, you're still not human. We're not gonna let you in.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And then they did a review and they're like, okay,
Become
Wikipedia
human.
admins are so like, not rude, but they're like so expectant of you to like revolve your time around them. Cause like they sent an email where like, we have reviewed and we have determined that you are not actually, your IP does not need to be blocked. Respond to this email within 2 days and we will unblock you. Failure to do so will result in like no
Permanent
like
blockation.
response from us. And I was like, are you kidding? I barely check my email once a week, first of all. I was lucky I saw that. But actually, I didn't see that email because I just went on Wikipedia and I saw there was an update that says we've automated the thing, you're unblocked. And I was like, well, cool. What was the point of that then? And then I didn't
Okay.
make the article anyway because this was like a week later and I didn't care anymore. So
Reminds me of me being banned from Hypixel on Minecraft.
actually, that is hilarious. You're telling me about how the Hypixel ban appeal system works.
Okay,
I
so
have no clue what most of the things in the sentence are.
okay, so let's
You're a
explain.
fake gamer.
I
So
am.
like You know
fake
how like you
individual.
can join Minecraft servers, right, with like a ton of other people, right?
So they tell me.
Yeah.
It's the thing
So
we do.
so the most popular
That
server, which
thing
is
you
Hypixel,
do.
um, they banned me like several years ago because
Mhm.
somebody hacked into my account, and I'm assuming they cheated on my account on Hypixel, and then someone reported me, I got banned, etc. And I didn't play Minecraft at the time, so I didn't care. And
Mhm.
like I came back like now, we're in quarantine, we
Yeah,
have
now
nothing
that
to
it's
do.
popular.
Now when I went back and I changed my password, because like, oh, hey, let's not have people on my account other than me. And then I
Yeah, I'm
realized,
surprised you didn't like do it then. You weren't even like, I know I don't use it, but I'm still not going to change the password. That's
like
incredible to me.
whatever. I'm it's called like being an alpha or something like that these days.
Yeah, something
Anyway,
like that, whatever.
so then that happened. And so after that, I end up checking like their appeal rules, and they literally will not unban you if you haven't appealed after a certain amount of time.
That's
And
insane.
they actually don't give you like a set time. They don't say like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or anything. They literally just say after a long period of time, if you don't appeal, then we probably just won't ever accept your appeal. And so I appealed anyway, just to see what would happen. And they're literally just like, please read the rules before you appeal. Denied. And
It's
I was like,
insane.
okay.
Wow.
I mean, they didn't specify, so you were definitely within your right to appeal.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Well, I mean, like I have the right to appeal. It's just like that was
Yeah,
just
I mean,
hilarious
like
to me.
they didn't say you couldn't specifically. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Minecraft administration is like never good, ever.
Ah, it's
Yeah,
mostly kids, so
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
well,
Like
I'm not
they,
sure
they don't.
that's true anymore.
Yeah, maybe not anymore, but in the past, definitely. They just got. I don't think they needed to care ever. Is the thing.
I think it's well, I mean, like I know that they are also like a very, very successful studio in general. Like Riot Games have actually, I think they technically hired or bought um, Hypixel Studios, which is
Oh, that's funny.
that's kind of insane if you think about that. You're a you're a successful like Minecraft creator, and then Riot Games buys you.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
like
say, does like the
ridiculous.
original Hypixel person like still is he still around? Does he still make maps and whatever?
Oh yeah, no, he's still around. He's still like doing a huge portion of stuff, I assume.
That's
Um,
insane.
yeah. So
If we
Hypixel
take
is now a part of Riot Games.
that's actually insane. They own like like a huge like part of Minecraft culture.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking no, okay. I
Speaking,
actually I haven't played Minecraft in a really long time. I don't actually think I like that game
Me
very
neither.
much in retrospect.
that's kind of
I
funny.
think I think I just like having an excuse to play with my friends. I never played single
Yeah.
player on my own. I never did anything on my own whenever I played as a kid. It was always with friends. That's where I got enjoyment from.
Yeah, there
It's just all the
actually
reason.
hmm, there has been much for me to like really do, just because like a lot of people right now, I feel, are like kind of spread out with what they're doing. Um, like
You mean just like in quarantine, or are we talking specifically
yeah, like
Minecraft
just in
still?
quarantine. No, not
Okay,
Minecraft.
yeah.
But like it's pretty hard to get in contact with like everybody, because some people are like, oh yeah, I just have like this planned during quarantine, because people just like they have
Yeah.
plans, that
And some people
happens.
are sleeping.
So yeah, some people are sleeping, some people
That's true. Some people are
literally
sleeping
have nothing to do,
right
and then
now.
some people just hang out with other people, and it's like, really hard to get in contact with like everybody and get down to do stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot easier like within the first 2 weeks because like no one had any responsibilities because like all of their responsibilities just got canceled.
Yeah.
This is
And
like
then
my only responsibility. This podcast.
yeah, some don't see it that way.
Yeah, I don't see anything that way.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, like
You see nothing as a responsibility.
that's a good outlook. I'm technically still in online school, but I haven't done like any work on it, so I don't know if I will continue to do work on it. I think at this point, I'm just gonna learn the material and not do any assignments or tests because I'm happy with my grades and I don't really care about improving them, and I don't really want to do schoolwork anymore. So I'm just not going to.
I'm like I'm like basically done. Like my like all of my online classes, I'm done basically everything. Comp sci, I'm basically done all of that. I'm not even in it actually. Physics is literally just. I just realized, yeah, I'm not even part of it, but I'm definitely done that. Physics
That's
is
insane.
literally just AP practice, so like
Yeah,
I've just been doing that just like
goes in
slowly.
3 weeks. Yikes.
Actually, yeah, I regret not taking an AP class like this year instead of last year because like having like just
Just
like
for the
it's
experience.
not really open book, but like having an open book test is kind of insane.
I think it's gonna be kind of brutal though because you
It's
actually really only have 40 minutes to write the exam and then 5 minutes to upload it, and so much can go wrong when you're uploading
Oh wait, are
stuff.
they only giving you 45 minutes because they know everyone's just
yeah.
gonna cheat?
Well,
Well,
I'm taking 3 exams, and between those 3 exams, there are going to be 5 questions.
Oh,
oh right, yeah, because
how
how
do
Yeah,
many
they
essays
divide
do you have
that?
in English?
so yeah, English is just write an essay on the passage they give you. Then the 2 physics are like one where you have to write a paragraph explaining something, and one where you have to relate like qualitative analysis to quantitative analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait,
Uh,
how do you like write an entire like how big are these passages they give you for English?
I don't know, like a page.
Okay, so that's enough. I was gonna say how do they
Yeah.
like how do you write an essay on a passage? I was thinking like 4 lines at most.
It's supposed to like uh
Yeah, this shows
e-
you like my
explain
perspective
how
on like
the author
English.
does whatever.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
so not ready for university English. Luckily, I only have to take 2 classes of it, and then it's done forever.
mhm.
the future.
Which actually, now that I think about it, like at first I was kind of dreading like having to take university English because I was like, I should have just taken AP English. I should have just done the pre-AP English and then suffered through AP English, etc. And now that I think about it, just like 1 year of like 2 English courses is like really nothing. I'm kind of glad I didn't waste time in AP English because I genuinely don't care about English. It's like my least favorite subject.
Hmm.
Hmm,
So,
That's
uh,
allowed.
yeah.
that's allowed.
I will not penalize you for that.
Thanks. What
How
what
would you
would you
penalize him?
what,
Yeah.
yeah, what would you have penalized me for?
Uh, hmm, hmm. Uh, uh,
So you're not so
Destruction of
prepared
I,
now,
property.
I,
are you?
I don't know. I don't have anything clever to say here.
Put you on the hot seat, hey.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, what are
Isn't
y'all's
that like?
favorite classes?
I don't know.
Oof.
Goodness
Okay.
sake.
It kind of depends. Like here's the thing, right? In physics is good because it doesn't
You
really
can
matter
sleep.
what you do. Yeah, you can literally just sleep in the class because you know our teacher just doesn't care.
I
Literally
literally just like I
so
just
chill.
spent like a lot of physics class like reading manga most of the time because or at least physical
Oh
science
yeah.
20.
Oh yeah. I
Physics
remember. I remember.
physics 30 I had to pay
I
attention a
was
little
there.
bit. Yeah, he sat next to me. Physical science 20, that class was so dead. You can just finish your work and then just like do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, no, that was the same in on my physical
Because I say
science class as well.
you had the other teacher, which I'm not going to name for privacy reasons, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I had the other teacher and it was also just as easy. In fact, I think it probably was easier.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like he's probably an easier teacher, yeah.
I literally would just like sit in class. He would just like give us something or whatever. I'd finish it in like 10 minutes, hand it in. He'd be like, okay, you're good to go. It's like full marks or whatever. I'm like, okay. And then I literally just sit there and I play Tetris on my calculator because I'm so bored. There's
Why do
nothing
you?
to do.
Because did he let you have your phone?
Yeah. Or well,
So you
no, well
just
there was a phone pocket and like
okay.
he did also liked me, so it didn't really matter whether or not if I was on my phone, but I didn't. It's like
Yeah, that's
out of
insane.
respect, I won't do that. But I'm still going to play Tetris on my calculator because
Yeah,
technically.
I mean, yeah, I had Tetris on my calculator, but it was like it was made for a different model of calculator, so it just didn't work. Like
Okay.
you can still play it technically. It's hell to play because you're playing it on a TI. Uh, not the greatest experience, but also like a lot of like the graphics were just glitched out, even though it technically still
Uh,
worked. Like it was because mine was the TI 80. I think it's 87. I think it's 86.
83.
Is it
Oh,
83?
should
It's the
be
color.
83.
It's one of the ones with color on it. CE is the definer.
yeah.
Either way, the one I got was
Common
probably not
era.
made for that. Common era of calculators.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so yeah, it just wasn't made for that model. The like display coding was probably wrong. So
The programming languages on those things.
That it's actually insane.
So janky.
It's so weird.
Ah.
I like tried to I attempted to learn it once because I wanted to write some code that let me do like this is back in pre-calc 30 where we could use our calculators. I wanted to write stuff that did like discriminants for me. I didn't have to like type a lot of
Mm,
stuff. But then
yeah.
then I looked up how to code those things and I was like, maybe I won't. I put the quadratic formula in because I followed a strict tutorial on how to do it, and then I said that's about all I'm gonna do.
The
I
quadratic
did.
formula on your calculator?
Yeah, like
Isn't
a
that?
process. Like you input A, B, and C, and then it outputs the zeros.
Oh, I mean,
I made a really broken tic tac toe. You could
Yeah.
play it, but you could also play over the other player's things.
There's no check. There was no memory. There was no check to see. Yeah, that's pretty good. I was
It was
see,
decent.
my passion for game design is strictly whatever I already know how to do, which means the stuff I learned in Comp Sci 30, which means text-based games in Python.
Ooh.
Because I have no drive
Text-based.
to learn anything else. I got the free trial for Game Maker Studio 2, and I was like, time to learn. And then I looked at the interface, and I'm like, I don't remember how to do anything because I used to use Game Maker, and I remember doing stuff in it, and I look at it now, and I do not recognize anything. So I've just been sitting on a free trial. But I was driving home, and I was watching a video. I'll link in the description. It's a good video. It's explaining the AI of Pac-Man's ghosts. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, yeah. I was like,
that's
oh, this
neat.
is pretty simple. And I was like, maybe I could like recreate Pac-Man like text-based in Python. And I kind of thought about like making
Ah.
like
that sounds,
because that
yeah.
first of all that would be kind of insane. But then second of all, like just thinking about recreating a whole arcade game like that's like exponential levels of like difficulty away from what I'm currently doing. So I chose not to attempt that.
For my create task, the AP college board thing, I made Minesweeper. Just runs in the shell.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I attempted
It's
Minesweeper, and I actually got it working. I even had a color display going, but
ooh.
I couldn't figure out how to get threading to work for timers. Like I even ran in and I was doing stuff with multiple like threads. I had like the threading module. I figured out how to get like live input, but I never figured out a way to make it like work cohesively, and I never like coded it into my game. So I have a file on my desktop. I think I deleted it now, but I have a file that was sitting there that was just like test code for like running like threading timers and like live input, and it was kind of sick, but I'd have to like start from scratch basically to implement it all.
Hmm. Neat.
I also started coding 2048 with the same like live input, and it was
Oh.
working fine. And then I had some bugs, and then I stopped working on it. Then I forgot for a month.
That would not be terrible.
No, yeah, it was actually pretty cool because it was working, and I did because I was doing it text based. I'm trying to condense it as small as I can. So instead of going up by powers of 2, I just go up by increments of 1.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Yeah, it's a little easier that way. Um, but I just kind of never got around to doing anything more with it. I
I
think
mean,
part of it was at the time I was working in PyCharm, which it doesn't like save a Python file, it saves a PyCharm project file, so it's really hard to
Oh,
run anything that isn't
that's
in
weird.
the built-in PyCharm like command line. So I can't like experiment with color modules or like ANSI escape codes and stuff like that, which is how I was getting my clear screen and stuff to work. So I kind of ran into a lot of uh, halting problems per se with just like motivation to like get things to work properly.
the motivation to code.
Yeah, pretty much.
The mo-
I'll start a project. I started a project. I was gonna like recreate Picross or like an engine for running Picross in Python text based, and I started it and then I didn't finish it a few days ago. And this was like after I had already started an engine for Yahtzee, which I started and never finished, on top of my 2048 project, which was on top of my Minesweeper project.
Hmm. Interesting.
So
Okay.
I just kind of code things and I never finish them.
Yeah, you still haven't finished Persona 5.
Shut up, dude. I am so mad. I started playing Persona 5 in
Self-censorship.
January of
Approved.
2019, and I'm like almost done. I'm in the Sixth Palace right now. Like I took like a lot of breaks because that game can get tedious sometimes. And then this dude right here shows up and he's like, "Wait, I'm gonna play Persona 5," and I say, "Okay," and then he finishes the game in like just over a week.
Marco is the dude, to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave it to context.
And I mean, Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun. It was.
Yeah, I hate you. Anyway, I'm just like
I
I'm
know,
not
I know
mad that
nothing about this game.
I'm not mad that he finished it before me. I'm just more mad that he finished it in such a short time. It probably took me 1 week to finish the first palace in like by comparison, just in
Wait,
terms of
actually?
like because I wasn't like spending. I don't know how much time you spent on that game, but I would play for like an hour maybe, and then I'd like shut it off.
Oh yeah, because the way
I
for
have a
me,
feel. I have a feeling that that game's like a 90-hour game, so I have a feeling you sunk a lot of time per day into it.
yeah, for me, like the way I do things in terms of like my motivation, it's really heavily based on like I can do something really well or like kind of just like crunch it all in one period of time, and then but then I after that I have to like take a break. So it's kind of like if you think like a sine wave, it's kind of like that. It's like where my work curve is like it goes up and it peaks really high and then goes straight back down and then it's just like it's silent. And so like
That's not a sine
with
wave.
well okay, you know what I mean.
It's
Anyway,
like a heart monitor.
sure,
That's
like a
that's a
heart monitor.
worrying heart monitor if it goes silent for a while. Yeah, no, yeah, I kind of feel that honestly. My motivation is entirely dependent on do I enjoy the thing I'm doing, and if not, then I just kind of won't do it, which is why I haven't been doing my work. Why whenever I run into a bug in my code, I usually will attempt it for the rest of the day and then give up forever. Uh, unless it's an assignment, then I have to do it, and that's where I make my biggest strides in coding was during comp
Oh
sci when
man,
I'm like I have to fix
when you
this
have to
problem
protect
or I
things.
won't have a mark on this project. I didn't see for my create task I did Battleship, which I'm really proud
Oh,
of.
nice.
I would have been more proud of if I had actually made an AI, but I just kind of made it pick spaces at random because I attempted a full AI, but it was a lot of effort to code and deadlines or whatnot. So I just made it randomly pick spaces instead of actually like attempting to logically do it. But whatever. Anything that gets the job done. Got a 4 on the thing.
Yeah,
Still have no
not
idea
bad.
why because there's 3 components to that AP project and I don't know which one I messed up on. I don't tell
Yeah,
you. That's
it's also
it's
super brutal this time because like Elijah, like on the physics exam, the physics AP exam is going to be out of 19 marks.
Oh,
So,
oh.
or
what's it
it's
normally
probably
out
going
of?
to be 19 marks. Normally it's uh a couple hundred,
Quite a
or no,
lot
maybe
more.
just 100 flat.
That's actually so. I love how this year, like the AP like College Board. Which, by the way, let's rant about the AP College Board for a while. But I love how just like half-assed they are with it. They're like, yeah, well, it's stuff's hard. Whatever.
Yeah, I also like my take on it is kind of that they honestly, especially for this year, given just like the quarantine situation, but they really should just let students like just cheat, honestly, and just make the
Well,
exams ludicrously hard.
just make the exam way harder and let us like use our notes and like
Yeah.
write
Because
stuff
then they
down.
don't need to worry about like people cheating and then like doing whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you did this, etc., etc." It's like bad, and it's like also there's not gonna really be a situation where you're like working and like your manager's gonna tell you you can't ask for help
Yeah,
on this. Like no
you
one's
are
gonna do
not
that.
allowed to
Like
look up how to do this
I'm
calculation.
making an airplane. Like why am I not allowed to ask my other engineers to make sure I don't kill everybody who's on the airplane? You
This is
know?
a test. If your airplane fails and the passengers die, I was gonna say then you're fired, but that would happen regardless. But like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I think the philosophy of just like not being allowed to cheat, I understand where it's like you want that applicable knowledge to just be like you can grab it and it's about getting those people who are actually smart to be able to grab it. But there's also just an innate skill and being able to do it and find ways to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's because it's definitely not for everyone. It's not designed for everyone. I started playing music out of my headset. What did I do?
Beep beep boop bap.
I don't know what music this is.
Long
This
longs for ballads.
Where have I been?
Oh, it's Bitches Brew because I have the album pulled up on YouTube and
Yo.
I accidentally clicked the play button on my headset and it starts playing. This is gonna be in the Discord audio, not in the individual audio, but
PG
it'll.
13, PG 13.
I have to. Did I turn it off? Okay, I turned it off. Good. Anyway,
We've
no
used up
copyright infringement.
our swear counter, so
What did I say? Did I say a swear?
Yeah.
any
Valid.
more are at a the
yeah,
rating rating goes
we'll
up.
yeah we'll lose our rating. Yeah,
Uh,
that's okay. I
Yeah.
care more about the legal aspect of playing copyrighted music over our podcast.
this is an R-rated podcast. Why
we
am I
said
here?
we said one swear. This is now an R-rated podcast.
No, it's still PG-13. We get one swear.
No, I said two because I said the
Yeah.
A word earlier.
Oh man,
Oh, you're right. Oh shoot, we're done for. Hey.
Oh dang! Oh no.
amalgamate.
Anyway, I have a lot of issues with the AP. I have a lot of issues with the school system in general, but that's like not an uncommon thing. Like my points are going to be the same as everyone else's, but the AP College Board is so insane because it's not standardized anywhere. Like universities would be like, well, yeah, like we take AP credits, I guess, but like sometimes we don't because like we don't deem them worthy, or like sometimes we just don't take them at all, or like etc.
Oh yeah,
It's
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 kind of nuts.
awful. It's insane because like okay, friend of me, I guess. Like
Friend
I
of
don't
the
know,
podcast.
friend of the show. Yeah, our friend Owen. He was applied to a specific place. I'm not going to disclose it because I don't know if he wants me to or not. But they just like didn't take the AP Comp Sci credit or like
Mhm.
any AP credit really. So he's just like, well, I just wasted a year doing this. Um, but it's just insane because it's like the incentive of AP is like you get to take the class to take a college credit. But then all of a sudden your school can just be like, we don't actually take this college credit. You're going to have to do all that work again. And it's it's really funny to me that everyone like sort of touts AP as like this huge important thing that you need to get a head start in the world when it's just kind of a giant mess of a system.
I do feel
Yeah,
like they're trying to walk that back a lot.
I would hope they would be because I think the way
Because
at least the way it was set up when I did AP, which was last year, was definitely not good.
yeah,
Yeah,
what
you
are
were
you talking
saying,
about,
sorry?
Elijah?
no, just that. Well, my sister was may or may not be doing AP classes in the future, and there was a big information session apparently, and like the prevailing message was that you don't have to take them
Mhm.
to be successful.
Well, I don't think they've
Which
ever said that you need to take them, but I'm referring more to the attitude of the
the
people
uh,
who are like,
maybe.
if you don't take AP classes, you're going to be at a disadvantage in university, and then you'll be at a disadvantage when it comes to getting your diploma, and then you'll be at a disadvantage in the workplace. Which I don't know if that's true or not. We have no actual way of knowing that because we haven't run through the system yet. But uh, as it is, I was informed of a tip, not directly. This was not direct knowledge, but I was told that apparently it's actually more worthwhile to take community college courses just like over the summer because
Hmm.
they will pretty much always actually transfer into a credit in university, especially if they're like a gen ed credit like English or like something that's not specialized, obviously. But usually, like if you just want to take an English course to get it out of the way, you can do it over the summer in community college, or if you take a gap year, you can do it that way, and it's a lot cheaper and less stressful and less hard, or easier, as some may say, than AP.
So to
Mhm.
speak.
Yeah,
And I have a friend who lives in the States, and like she takes I want to say that she takes dual credit classes, or she's in a dual credit program, but I'm not positive on it. I just know that she takes like it's like basically in high school you take college classes, and so it's just AP, but it works. The reason it works a lot better is because usually like the program that you take, which is dual credit, um, it transfers locally, just like no matter what. So it's standardized for your local like
yeah, that's
environments,
that's a great idea. I think if
right?
I'm not going to disclose where we are, but I think if a big university in our city did that with our high schools, that would definitely be incredibly good.
Right. And
Yeah,
like it's not as bad here at least just because for again our university they do take most of our AP credits, right? Like
yeah, that's
calculus,
true.
they'll take calculus. For me, I'll just disclose which university I'm going to anyway. I'm going to Toronto, so if you hit me up anyway, but
Yeah. You say that
um
if this podcast
If
if
anybody is listening,
if we keep
go
doing
hit
this
Marco.
podcast in a go hit him. If we keep doing this podcast in like a few months, you may be in Toronto recording this.
yeah, that's fine.
All
But
right, fair
anyway,
enough. I don't care
like
about disclosing my location either. I'm doing it more to protect everyone else.
yeah, but like I'm going to Toronto, and so like they don't take very many AP classes, or they do, but
Yeah,
I'd say like
that's
40%
what
of
I've
them are
heard.
cut. Like they don't take the AB Calc, they don't take BC Calc. You can't actually use
Boy.
Psych on admission, so that means that a Psych AP Calc credit is, or Psych AP Calc, an AP Psych credit is
Psych AP
basically
Calc.
useless.
Do they still take the Psych 30 credit that you get from it?
Psychiatric calculus.
I'd assume so.
I'd hope they would. Otherwise, you're screwed.
But like, well, basically taking those psych classes, like, or at least AP, didn't really matter other than giving me the prior knowledge when I go into it, which is nice and
Yeah,
helpful.
that is nice. I honestly, the thing you were talking about, the dual credit thing, sounds really nice because it just sounds like AP, but without the stress of taking it. You're just doing a harder class. You're learning harder info that you can that you don't have to learn again.
Right.
Which sounds really good.
To me, it sounds like, not disclosing the name, but you guys know the special academic program that we have for grade 9s and
I
10s,
I
right?
do know that
Yeah,
program.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We
I've
can
heard
It
we
kind
can
of reminds
disclose
me
we
of,
were all a part of it. Yeah.
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 Um, it kind of reminds me of that, but for older students and just better, honestly. At least in terms of like practicality is better, maybe not actually in terms of education, because that entire course is kind of based around knowing more of underlying reasons of existing factors rather than just knowing the existing factors, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's true. And I think also, as far as university classes go, like this is maybe a bit of a tangent, but like things can change in the drop of a hat. Like with you, because when I was again, I will disclose my location. I'm going to the U of A, University of Alberta, in the coming year. And when I was picking my classes, I wanted to take a calculus course, and I look at the class list, and it's just like it's listed as like a potential prerequisite, and I'm like, this would be a good class to take because it's like general calculus, like first year calculus. It's not specific. It's not specified to anyone in particular. It's just the info, and the class just doesn't exist anymore. So I had to take honors calculus instead, and that was rough because I
Oh,
had to I had to drop my first year comp sci course because I couldn't fit it in with honors calculus. I have to take not technically a first, it's technically a second year course. I'm in the honors comp sci program, so I get to skip all the first year stuff. But
hmm.
I have to take my second year comp sci course in second year, which I didn't want to do because it kind of it's a waste of time basically. It's also like a huge prerequisite to like every other course in the comp sci like network at U of A. So a little rough there that I ended up missing out on that. I could have avoided it because one of those classes there were two possible classes slots that I could have got put into it for it. One of them had 5 slots and they all filled up the day of admissions because I was at work and I couldn't pick fast enough basically. So I had to had to drop it. I don't know if what I said was coherent at all there. I'm just rambling at this point.
I think I understood, probably.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Basically, I
sure
got
this is what
screwed.
our
This is what our
viewers
audience
love
came
to
for.
hear.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
came
higher
here.
education facts.
They came here for cat, and they end up with a sat instead.
So,
Haha, test joke.
wow.
That was not terrible.
What is the
Okay,
SAT?
come
I
on, Elijah.
genuinely,
I
it
don't
was pretty bad.
know.
Okay, I've heard. I think it's an American thing, right? Because I've heard of the SAT, and I have no idea what it is. I've never like seen anyone take it.
Um, I believe it stands for wow, nice. Standardized academic testing, right?
Okay.
Or no, Scholastic Aptitude Test, whatever. It's all the
Sit
same
and
thing.
talk.
Sit and talk.
Some
That's what you
asinine
do on the
test.
Somehow. But yeah,
Ah,
Scholastic Aptitude Test. And basically, it is literally just the AP exam, but it's more broad, I guess is the best way to put it.
Generalized AP exam.
Yeah,
it's like
so
an AP class on
Is that the thing you need to take
facts.
to get your GED?
no, but maybe.
Okay.
Like you don't need to take it, I know for sure.
Yeah. Well, you also don't need to take anything. Yeah, I mean, the GED is also optional, so that's why I was thinking about that.
Mm. Well, all I know about it is that basically it functions in the same way that most like AP classes do, where it's like if you do your SAT, it's usually for your own knowledge. I think you get some credits for some universities if you do really, really well on it. And it's also kind of like a thing on your resume you put where you're like, I got like a 1500 on the SAT. I think a 1500 actually might be max score. So I think I got a 1400 on an SAT. And it's like, whoa, this person's really smart, you know?
That's nice, actually. I do
Uh,
know that is like one thing I know about the SATs, that its scoring system is kind of whack.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's
That's a
points
big
based and
number.
it's not percentage based. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Uh,
rambling about education stuff that we don't really have a lot of a clue on. I guess Marco
yeah.
does have an
Uh,
extent of it, but
Yeah,
I have the impression
imagine
that
going into
Marco has a
education.
clue about everything.
that's true. I also
Everything?
have an impression of that. I'm kind
Why?
of surprised that he doesn't know every single album that we are going to do for the rest of this show ever, because it's in character
Yeah.
for him to.
Why? What? Where does this impression come from?
All
Marco,
right.
you were so unself-aware of your image.
No, I actually have no idea what you guys are
Unself-aware.
talking about. Why
Anyway,
would
yeah.
Case in
what?
point. Uh,
Also, as like a quick disclaimer, like no shame to anyone who doesn't take AP classes or doesn't even pursue second like I say quote higher education, doesn't pursue like a university education, because there's
I have a
this is
sneaking
all
suspicion it's all fraud anyway.
none of it's real. I mean, it's just kind of insane because we live in a world where increasingly like you kind of need a like the amount of people that need degrees to like get into like stable jobs is higher and higher, and I think that's a bad thing, but that's like a political
Mhm.
semi-political take, so I won't get into that straight up.
I
But
feel
like
like I remember.
there's no
Sorry.
shame in like sorry, yeah. There's no shame in like not doing post-secondary. There's no shame in going to community college. There's no shame in getting a job and working that job. So I just want to clarify that. Yeah. I have a
Yeah,
friend
no.
who's in community college. She is actually younger than me, but she basically like dropped out of high school early and then just went into community college and is learning stuff.
Oh,
So
I know
she
exactly who you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
You know who I'm talking about. She's making progress. So you know what? Yeah, university isn't for everyone. AP isn't for everyone. It's kind of bad. I don't think it's even for me.
Mhm.
AP. Yeah.
Uh, I recall reading a statistic, and statistics are statistics, so don't trust every number that you look at and see. But it was something like
What
one
do you
in
mean, Marco? It's stats. It has to be legit.
it's like
Numbers, can they be trusted?
but like it was something along the lines. It was like 1 in 3 or 1 in 2.3, something like that. Like people actually go to college and get degrees, right? And
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I thought that was kind of just an interesting statistic, especially
I'm
because
assuming
you're
this
always
was like I'm assuming this was a US based study or something.
probably. I had to guess like
That
almost
would that would,
definitely
that would make sense, yeah, because that
because
number would be pretty high if it was like the total world.
mhm.
Yeah. But
And
yeah, no,
it's just
definitely.
like
I think
there's
the only
a
yeah,
wow, we're so good at this.
yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, you stupid dumb head.
Oh, we forgot to sync. Oops, that's fine. I'll just link it up with Discord. That's what I did last
Just
time anyway.
guess.
The Discord sync worked 10 million times better than the clap sync because none of us clapped in time anyway.
Yeah.
To that.
Anyway, yeah, no, I was just gonna say like
Everybody clap your hands.
I think the only reason that I managed to make AP Comp Sci work for me is that I just really enjoy coding. So it wasn't like an issue. It wasn't stressful for me. I was just kind of doing something I enjoy.
Yeah, you know what I enjoy?
Anyway.
Playing ranked Smite. So I'm actually abandoning my career and I'm going to pursue esports.
Not even a
Um,
terrible idea. Just like learn Korean, spend your
I'm
entire high
going
school
to
career
chase
learning
the
Korean.
esports.
No, don't learn anything else. Just drop out of high school after taking like Korean 30 if your school offers it. Move to South Korea and already be very good at video games, and then just like show up.
Are people who do
It's a
esports called
career.
e-athletes?
I think
Yeah,
that's a term
athletes.
for them, but I don't think anyone actually calls them
That
that.
sounds
Yeah.
really, really janky.
Yeah,
People
no, that
just
sounds
call them
janky.
people just call them players
Gamers.
usually.
Esporters.
No, yeah, mostly people just call them players.
Ease.
Mhm.
Like you are a StarCraft player, you are an Overwatch player, you are a League
Understand.
player, or people say Smasher for Smash Bros. You are a Smasher. Yeah, I don't like that term personally. I think it's kind of bad, but whatever.
Oh yeah, Elijah. What about where you're going to? Like, do your AP credits kind of transfer there? I'm not really sure. Like, I don't really know much about where you're going
I think they do.
I don't even know where you're going to.
Well, we can
Marco
discuss that later.
expects to know about a Bible college.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't really sent me anything about that. They've mentioned it.
That's funny.
It's fine. I am supposed to have sent them an email, but I have not because
To
I'm
be
pretty
fair-
unmotivated.
be
So-
fair, the U of A is like really. I feel like actually the U of A is not early. Our town university is just really late when it comes to doing everything. So because I'm just comparing the dates of like application deadlines and course selection and stuff to from U of A to our town's university, and it's like, wait, applications are due August? Like what? Because that's because like my U of A application was due in like December.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
I think that our town is just lax. It actually doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, no. I feel like where we live, our university,
It's a very
literally,
lax town.
Yeah.
if you know the people, like for me, not to
Chances are
like,
you can guess which town
yeah,
we live in just based
yeah,
on how we're talking about it actually. But
like
yeah.
like not in terms of like begging, but for me, like literally because of the people I know, like the faculty, I could probably find my way in there, barely even applying.
You know, we could honestly just get music degrees for like like we could get into music college in our local university for basically no effort.
Yeah.
I could show up and would say, "Yeah, I know that kid." Oh, I
Oh,
said
well,
it.
no.
And she just located us.
Nah, I'm
All
cutting.
right.
Nah, I'm
Good
cutting
game,
that out.
good game.
Mysterious Trumpet Man would say, "I know that kid," and I'd get in. Like I guarantee you.
Mhm.
Mysterious trumpet man.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mysterious trumpet man. For example, me.
There are a few. Yeah.
I bet you've
Trumpet is
never
a
heard me
mystery
play
to
the
me.
trumpet.
So
Marco is just inherently mysterious. He can be whatever he wants, but it's always mysterious.
I can be whatever I want to be. No one can stop me.
but no one will ever know what it is.
Yeah, it's a mystery. It's how he keeps his secrets.
He's
My
got many
only
secrets.
my deepest secret is that I really like deer.
As
Like,
like
in what
the,
way?
The animal or like the meat?
I like their antlers.
So you don't like deer, you like the ant.
Okay.
Well, no. It's the entire package, right? So you need to think about
I
this.
genuinely don't know if you actually like deer or if you're just making this up for the podcast for the bit.
No, it's
Could
because my
be either.
wallpaper has a deer on
For
it.
the
Oh, you were just like,
I don't know what the phrase is.
So actually, does this mean you do like deer, or was it just like an association you made? 'Cause if your wallpaper is deer, then obviously you either don't care about your wallpaper or you do in fact like deer.
Freudian slip.
You subconsciously like deer.
Yeah, he didn't know it. It's a secret even to him. That's why it's a secret.
He is mysterious.
Nah.
Yeah.
An
No, of
enigma
all the
within a
people-
riddle within a mystery. I don't know.
Wrapped in an enigma.
Yeah, that's
Rap-
the one.
Wrapped
Wrapped
in
in
an
an
enigma.
enigma. Whoa!
Come on.
Hey, I didn't
Come
say
on.
I didn't say anything. Anyway.
Ah.
Anyway,
Wow.
how are y'all doing today?
I think I just peaked my microphone.
That's fine.
Yep. I'll be really good in the final mix. I
Uh.
just finished playing chess.
Oh, cool. Like just
Yeah.
now?
No, like
I was gonna say, like,
45 minutes ago.
Were you doing this the whole time? Yeah, fair enough.
No, I was playing
suppose.
chess with my sister.
You playing chess while listening to Cat by Hiroshi Suzuki.
No, I played chess instead of listening to Cat by Hiroshi
Ah.
Suzuki.
Okay. Have you listened to
is
the
why I
album
don't-
at all?
I have listened to it twice through.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was low-key expecting like Nathan and Emery especially to show up and like having not had listened to the album at all. Like maybe
So
not
instead
Emery.
of
Emery's
talking
like
about
Emery's
University.
baseline responsible, but I feel like Nathan may just not have.
Baseline.
Yeah. Like he's not responsible enough to show up, but he's responsible enough to do the homework.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won the chess game,
Nice.
but barely.
It barely. Is
Wait,
your
you're
sister
playing
just
a
like
chess
good at
game?
chess, or
Oh.
are you just
She
like bad
is.
at chess?
She's
Oh.
yeah. She's actually practiced.
Oh, fair enough. I guess practice
Yeah.
would improve your game, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Has she
And
has she played against grade 9, 10 advanced English teacher man?
that one.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Tell her
I like-
to.
I like that teacher.
That is a good teacher.
I
That
wish
teacher-
all of my classes could have been with that teacher because he
Mysterious
is
Englishman.
kind of a better.
Mysterious Englishman.
I think he's kind of a better teacher than a lot of the teachers I had for like other like mandatory classes like history and English and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we've been talking for 45 minutes now.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good.
suppose I
it's pretty good.
should have kept a timer.
Yeah, that's
Eh.
pretty good, I think.
I think I
For,
ran out of stuff to say. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's always probably like more stuff to say, but we covered what we
All right,
kind of just want to say in terms of whatever this is, an
we
EP
got
and
those thoughts off
extra.
our chests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts. They're not in my chest, especially.
I have
Oh.
no thoughts in general.
I think with my chest.
He thinks with his heart.
Wow, that's pretty dumb, buddy.
Anyway. Yeah, well that's
Thank
it
you.
for this. We'll come back next week with a real episode, hopefully.
Thank
on
you,
the-
listeners, for
on the
for
plus
being,
side,
just for being listeners. You know,
Yeah, thanks
we
for
really
being
like
thanks.
listeners.
I'm not expecting anyone to have made it through this far, but if you have, thank you.
Like,
Yeah.
comment, and subscribe.
I'm not gonna say
whatever.
leave a comment because I know if I do, no one's going to, and then I'll get sad. So don't leave a comment.
Wow, it's insane reverse psychology.
You got anything to plug?
No, it's not
You wanna
reverse
plug
psychology.
something?
It's just saving myself. Plugging anything?
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at Album Club Pod.
Are we Album Club Pod on the other places too?
We are Album
Where
Club
are we?
Pod on Twitter. We are
I
Album
don't know
Club
what
on
we have.
we are Album Club on SoundCloud, and on YouTube you just search Album Club. We don't have a URL because we don't have
Yeah.
clout. And those are our only 3 platforms. I probably should have unified them a little bit, but that's okay. I made the SoundCloud first, and Album Club was taken on Twitter, so
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
that's
All
okay.
right.
Anything that y'all specifically want to plug?
Uh, vote for me in the upcoming.
Find me at Toronto
US
in
presidential
5
election.
months.
Find me in Toronto right now. Elisha, do you want to plug your YouTube channel?
Sure. I am Brick with a Y on YouTube. The logo is like a really judgmental looking gray face. So
Is
be
it a
sure
brick?
to- yes, his name is Brick.
Okay, I'm aware his name is Brick. I didn't know if he was a brick, so I didn't want to say
Well,
he was a brick.
He's got arms and legs and a face, so it's a semantic issue.
What's the word for it? I should know this word.
Brick.
No, no, not brick. The word for anthropomorphic is the word I was thinking
Yeah,
of. It's
yeah.
an anthropomorphic brick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I also have a YouTube channel, but I don't make content that's worth watching, so I'm not gonna plug it.
Do it anyway.
And, I
Neither
have a
do
Twitter. I have a Twitter account which I also don't use for content that's worth consuming, so I'm not gonna plug it either. If you
They're
want to
both
look,
Teffy.
yeah, you're right. You can just find links to them in our
yeah.
Twitter accounts bio if you want to find those.
And I have neither a Twitter nor a YouTube, so if you're trying to find me, you can.
You should get a YouTube and make it about your Twitter, and get a Twitter and make it about your YouTube.
Follow me on Twitter at, and then it's just go to your Twitter. A one tweet. Follow me on YouTube at.
Yeah.
We're dragging this on way too far. Anyway, well, thanks for listening. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Bye.
We